Hello everyone. Chapter 7, Heat and Temperature. So we often use the word like hot and cold in our daily life. So most of the things which like in kitchen and all, the things are hotter. If we prepare some food, it will be hot. If it is put in the refrigerator, it will be cold. So why is this happening? So what is the relationship between heat and the temperature? So heat is the sum of all the kinetic energies of all the molecules of objects. So we know that the all the things that exist has some molecules. It is been made from some molecules and some reactions take place. So while the temperature is the average kinetic energy of the molecules of the object. So, and what is the difference and what is the why it is important to the heat and energy, why it is important? So, heat is the flow of energy from one object to another. This flow of energy is caused by the differences in temperature. The transfer of the heat can be change temperature has can work another kind of energy. So transfer that is central to thermodynamics. So heat and temperature are important concepts of each day in our daily life. So we feel hot when we sit in the sunlight or in front of the fire. So we feel cold when we put a piece of ice or a palm. So why it is happening? Why the suddenly the temperature is changing, or why it is happening very cold and suddenly we can change into hotter things? So heat is a what to understand that we'll study what is heat. So heat is a kind of energy that transfers from an object to a higher temperature to the colder objects. So it is the energy, okay, heat is the kind of energy that transfers the power that heat has some power to transfer the temperature to the colder objects. So in the first example, energy enters our body either from the sun or from the fire. So that's why we feel hot, while in the second case, energy moved from the body to the piece of ice. That's why we feel cold. So the energy flows which makes an object appears hot or cold is called the heat. Okay. So heat, what is the kind of energy? Heat is a kind of energy. So what is that? So our palm becomes hot when they are rubbed together, and iron becomes hot on being beaten with the hammer. So when the iron is continuously hammered or beaten very strongly, it becomes hot. So in both these cases, mechanical energy is being converted into heat energy, or we can say that the heat energy is increasing. When a candle burns, chemical energy gets converted into heat energy, while in an electricity heater, electrical energy gets converted into heat. So the above examples, different kinds of energies are being converted into heat. So the same way, heat energy can also be converted into other forms of energy. You may have heard that in the thermal power stations, heat energy is converted into electricity or electrical energy. So for thermal power, for producing after doing this hot temperature in the thermal power station and all, so the heat is converted into electricity. So in that's why we are getting a lot of electricity from mostly from the thermal power. So in the steam engine, heat energy is converted into mechanical energy. So for the steam engine also, the another type of energy is produced through the heat. Food eaten by us keeps our body warm and gives us energy for doing different kinds of work. So can you give the example where heat energy gets converted into other forms of energy and the opposite? For that, we'll take the first activity. The materials required are hot water, cold water, lukewarm water means which is not neither cold nor hot, and the three tubs. Take hot water in one tub, cold water in the second tub, and lukewarm water in the third tub. Dip your left hand in hot water and right hand in cold water for about half a minute. Then now dip both hands together in the lukewarm water. So the how do you feel now? So the from the hotter, then you are converted into the colder, then again to the lukewarm. So the differences are suddenly changing the temperature, right? The water that is in the left hand finger feels it cold, while the right hand finger feels it hot. Why it is so? This implies that it is not possible to guess the temperature of the substance of the basis of feeling only. It is certain that water is different tubs have different degrees of hotness that can be measured by only finding their temperature or with the thermometer. So that is only up to the uh, calculating the or summing up the temperature of each of the substances. The physical parameter used to compare the hotness of the object is called the temperature, or the temperature of an object is measured or a thermal stage that determines the direction of a flow of heat energy. Next point, effect of heat. So what are the some of the effects that we find? So we see different kinds of effects in our daily lives. When two objects are brought in contact, then heat energy flows from the object at higher temperature to the object at lower temperature until temperature of both objects become equal. Though we cannot see the flow of the heat, yet the effect of the flow of heat on different objects can differently be felt. Some effects of heat are as follows. The second activity. So for that, again, you did test tube, water, thermometer, candles, and the stand. So take some water in the test tube, measure it temperature with the thermometer, light the candle, and use it in the heat test tube from below. After some time, note the temperature of the water again. As the temperature of water in test tube increased. So what would be the reason for this? So the second is expansion. Most of the solid liquids and gases expand on heat and contract on cooling. Let us understand this the help of the other activities also. The activity of expansion in solids. So the ball and the ring apparatus, some arrangements of heating and diameter of the ring is the ball and ring apparatus is just enough for the ball and made of metal to pass through. So heat this ball for some time and keep it over the ring. Can the ball still pass through the ring? If not, then think about why it happens. So some of the examples of thermometer expansion in solid from our daily life are given below. So these are another kind of before heating and after heating to the what is that to the thermometer. If the lid of a glass bottle becomes tight and we dip the lid in hot water by turning the bottle upside down, then the lid opens as it becomes loose due to the thermo expansion. So the iron ring is fixed over the wooden wheels of a bullock cart. For this is the ring is made a bit smaller than the wooden wheels. Before fixing it over the wheel, it is heated so that the expansion and go over the wheel on cooling in contract and tightly fits the wooden wheel. So when boiling water is poured into a thick glass thermal and thumber breaks as the expansion of the inner surface of the thermal is more than that of the outer surface. In summer, the wires of the telephone and electricity becomes two pools are kept some of longer and hanging on the middle of that they do not shrink and break in winters. For that, the materials required again the glass tube, then a crook having one hole filled with the glass tube, a red ink arrangement of heating. So fill the glass tube up with the top with water, add 2 drops of red ink into the water, fix the crook and the tube fitted the mouth of the test tube. Some water will rise in the tube. Mark the level of the water in the tube. Wow, now heat the test tube with the marks of the water level in the test tube again. You will see that the levels of the water in the test tube rises. If we stop heating, the water level come down again. So what is the reason? As water expand the heating of the does mercury. Mercury is only metal that is liquid in liquid form and the temperature. It is the used to liquid the indicating temperature in the thermometer. Some examples of thermal expansion in the liquids are as follows. You can see below. So when the bulb of a thermometer is dipped in hot water, the mercury in the bulb rises due to the thermal expansion. So on taking the thermometer out of water, the mercury shrinks in the bulb again. For cooling the engine of motor cars, water is radiated in the and not filled up of the top. So there is a danger of radiator bursting due to the water expansion from the heating of the engine. So expansion of gases, we discussed the thermal expansion of solid and liquid. So now let us know about whether this gases shows the same behavior or again differences. So again take a test tube and a crook having one hole fitted and with a glass tube. Then arrangement for some of the heaters are here. So for that, fit the crook having the tube on the mouth of the test tube, then attack the rubber tube on the mouth of the glass tube in a tightly. Then place the tube upside down, such as top. The rubber tube remains inside, and the water taken in the breaker. So heat the tube with the help of the candle. You will see that some of the air in the test tube comes out of the bubble form in the water. So why do this air bubble come out? So some heating the test tube, you will see that the air in the test tube shrinks are getting cooled, and to take its place, some water starts entering the test tube through the tube. The thermal expansion in the gases can also be understood by the following examples. So attach the balloon to the mouth of the bottle. On keeping the bottle in the tube for the hot water, the balloon expands again. So the reason for this is the thermal expansion of air inside the bottle. The tire of the vehicle burst in summer days. So why? So puri and chapati also expands on being heated. So when it is sprouted like using like a ball, and then it's blast like it's water. I mean, air is filled inside. So that is thermal expansion. So this ways we see that the solid liquids and gases expand on heating and shrinks on cooling. So when there is cooling system for this all this, it will be again coming to the normal position again. The expansion of solid is less than that in the liquid, and expansion of gases greater than that is the liquid. Or in other words, we can say that the heating expansion in gases as much as then the expansion of the liquid. So if you touch the object and it feel cool, then what is the direction and flows of the heat? So right, what is the that we have seen here by cooling and by raising the temperature. Next is changing of state. So all materials is nature are made up of molecules that we have learned, the small cell, that are also in the motion. Some are in motion. In solid molecules are arranged in an ordinary manner with a fixed position. These molecules keep vibrating around their main position. Molecules of solid do not have the freedom to leave their position due to the intermolecular force of the attraction between them. The intermolecular force between molecules of gases is very small. That's why they are far apart. They are free to move anywhere and are in the continuous motion. Molecules of the liquid are closer to each other than those of a gas. There are intermolecular forces between them and is less in comparison to that of the solid is greater in comparison to that in gases. So these molecules move with the boundary of the liquid. Since heat is a form of energy, on heating the energy and motion of molecules get increased. This is the reason why the solid being converted into the liquid and the liquid into the gases when heated. Similarly, on cooling, the energy and motion of molecules is materially decreased, and because of this, gases get converted to liquid again, so the liquids to solid again. So all these changes are known as a change of state. So some examples of a change of states is the heat energy given to the boiling water goes into steam. Okay, it evaporates, it goes up. Then this is the reason why steam burns us more in comparison to the boiling water. So when a piece of ice is put into a sharbat, when the sharbat becomes cooler, because ice takes energy from the sharbat to change its state. So the temperature of the atmosphere decreases after snowfall. This is because snow absorbs heat from the atmosphere to melt and returns to its liquid state again. So this is are some of the changes of state. So chemical and biological states. So chemical changes are possibly of only on heating when it mix iron pieces with a sulfur powder. No chemical reaction takes place when we heat this mixture. Then iron sulfide is formed. Similarly, oxygen is released when we heat potassium permanganate. Heat energy is produced in some chemical changes, for example, on mixing uh, limestone with water, on putting sodium in water, or in mixing water with the sulfuric acid. So, besides chemical changes, heat energy is responsible for biological changes also. So, we also know that there in the summer, milk and other edible things get stale and spoil quickly. So bacteria responsible for spoiling these becomes more active in temperature when it is more than 30 to 45 degrees high. So, but if these things are heated up on the 60 degree or beyond them, many bacteria are killed. That's why in summer we need to boil the milk several times in order to save it from the spoiling. So fruit, milks and food etc. are kept in the refrigerator at a low temperature in order to save them from spoiling because bacteria die at very cold temperature also. So that is the vice versa, means that's opposite working here. So 37-degree temperature is suitable for the mammal cells or 40 for the birds. Okay, this is the reason why for the development of the eggs, it is increasing for the warm them and then they're comfortable to study the temperature. So most of the chickens are they come out from the eggs like that. Measuring of heat, so we have studied that heat is energy which affects cause the temperature of an object to increase. So energy form that is affecting here, the properties that is measured at the heat with the point of heat, SI unit is the heat energy is joule. So other unit of this heat energy is, so 1 calorie heat in the amount of the heat is increase in temperature, and 1 g of what is the water. So 1 gram of water by 1 degree. So 1 calorie 6.86 joule, and from the 1000 calorie to 1 kilocalories. So the 1 kilocalories heat, the amount of the heat that raises the temperature to 1 kilogram of water by 1 Celsius. Specific heat capability or the capacity. Let us think about the factors that govern the amount of energy to be observed by the body for increasing the temperature. To experiments shows that the thermal energy requires to heat an object depends on the following factors like masses of object. So the masses large, the masses of the object higher the required thermal energy for increasing the temperature by the higher the increase in temperature, larger is the thermal energy needed. So see, nature of the materials of the object. To increase the temperature by the same amount, objects of different materials with equal mass requires different amount of thermal energy. This energy needed depends on the nature of the materials. So materials and oil heats up the faster in comparison with the water. So it means that to increase the temperature of this object by the same amount, we require less thermal energy than for water. So we call this property of material in the specific heat and capacity. The amount of this thermal energy requires to raise the temperature on 1 kilogram of the materials of 1 Celsius in called the specific heat capacity of the materials. The unit of the specific heat capacity is joule in 1 kilogram Celsius of joule per kilograms degree Celsius, and the specific heat capacity of some materials are given in the following table. So you can see here with the table the substance and the specific heat capacities of each what is that each substances. Effect of high specific heat capacity of water. So what are the effects that we increase the temperature and how it affects the water capacity to energy form. So from the above table, we see that water has the maximum heat capacity. It means that to increase the temperature of water by a fixed amount, we need a larger amount of thermal energy. So how much temperature if we increase, that much power does the water increases in that energy produces that capacity. So it also releases the larger amount of energy while cooling. So same opposite applies to the when it's cool also. So that's why water is used for cooling agent in engines of vehicles. So when in every vehicle they have this water is put, some amount of water is put to cool the engine. So like more bigger machines, they have this type of water tank is there to do or to cool the engines. Then the second point is warm water is used in bottle for massaging. Third point is a desert quickly becomes hot during daytime and also quickly cool down at night. So why is seawater cooling coastal areas remains hot due to the thermal energy released by the seawater. So the property different masses of the same materials need different amount of thermal energy for equal temperature increases. This property of the object is known as the heat capacity. The required thermal energy for increase seeing the temperature of an object is an substance of 1 Celsius is called the heat capacity of the object. To heat the object, the required amount of the thermal energy depends on its mass. So specific heat capacity and the increase in the temperature is depending upon its thermal power, how much we heaten up the or give the capacity to the water, so that much it produces the result. The amount of the thermal energy requires for an object to increase the temperature by this by Celsius to Q is equal to MST. Q masses a specific heat capacity, X changes into temperature. So many times we have heard about the thermometer. So what is and how it is done to the thermometer that we have measuring the unit of temperature. So we see senses whether the objects are the hot or cold by touching them, but it is not possible to find out values of accurate temperature by this, and that's why we use here the thermometer. So thermometer, therefore, for measuring temperature, we use an instrument that is called this one, okay, thermometer. So we have all this seen the thermometer. This is the tube made of thick glass having a narrow hole, capillary, and the uniform diameter in it. So one end of the tube has the bulb made of thin glass filled with mercury. The other end of the glass tube is sealed after removing air from it. The temperature divisions of Celsius is or in some other unit are marked on. So in that way we uh, it works the thermometer. The test tube the when the temperature is measured whether cold or hot, the mercury which is in it melts or sometimes it becomes solid form. So the SI unit of the temperature measures in degrees Celsius in the thermometer. Mercury is generally used as a liquid for temperature so measurement. The reason for this area or the reason for this are as follows. So mercury is the shining and non-transparent liquid. This means it can be seen very easily from the outside of the glass. So in the previous chapter or in the other chapters we have learned that what is the mercury. So the next point is it does not stick the glass. So it is does not stick the glass. It remains in the form of the liquid for a large range of the temperature. Freezing point 39 degree or boiling in 357 degree. It rates of the expansion remains the same for almost all temperature. So there is no change in that. So in the temperature like thermometer division are made marked as the 0 degree freezing point of the water. So to the 100 degree boiling point of the water. So to understand, you see the picture here. Look at your thermometer and find out at least count. So least count is a minimum temperature change that can be measured, but bulb of the thermometer needs to be close contact with the object whose temperature we wish to find. To find the temperature to your palm, place the bulb on the thermometer in contact with the palm and see that the mercury rises. When the mercury stops rising and its level becomes steady, note the position of its upper end. So this temperature of your palm, then that you have to find out. So this thermometer is mostly when we doctors you go to doctors when you have fever they put in your mouth or put in your palm side, right? So to find out the temperature to your room, find out the temperature, show that thermometer is sunlight and its shadow. So now you could understand that usefulness of an umbrella in sunlight. So some of the precautions using the thermometer. So all are familiar with the thermometer and have heard about it. So let's see the precautions which to be taken by reading or clinical thermometer. So what are the things that we should be noticing or we should be careful about? Thermometer should be washed before the and after the use. preferably with the anti-spect solutions. So ensure that initially the mercury level is below 30 degree. So read the thermometer, keeping the level of mercury long and line of sight at eye level. So handle the thermometer with care. If it hits against some hard object, it may break because it is all of tube, okay, and the glass. So don't hold the thermometer by the bulb while reading it. So what we have learned in this chapter, heat is a form of energy, okay. The measure of the degree of the hotness of an object is called the temperature. Higher or lower temperature fixes the direction of the heat. Then the effect of heat are the increasing in temperature, area of the volume, changes state of chemical and biological changes. So it is in solid form, liquid or gas all expands by taking heat. So on being heated, the solid expands the least, of gases expands the most. So while calorie heat in the amount of energy, the increase of the temperature is 1 gram of water by 1 Celsius. 1 calorie equals to 4.186 joules. So the changes of state of materials occurs by some fixed temperature. So melting point is the temperature at which a solid changes into liquid state. Boiling point in the temperature at which is liquid changes to the gaseous state. The metals goes from the solid state to liquid state at the same temperature in which freezes goes from the liquid state to the again to solid state. So a material condense just goes from the gaseous state to a liquid state at the same temperature as it boils. So goes from the liquid state to the gaseous state again. So some chemical changes needs thermal energy, while some chemical changes produce themselves energy. So bacteria that spoils eatable things all the becomes more active in the normal temperature ranges. That's why into 30 to 45 degrees here in the degrees we have to warm it. The amount of the heat required to increase the temperature for 1 kilogram of the material is 166 is called the specific heat capacity of the materials in unit of 1 joules kg Celsius. The heat taken or given by an object is QMST.